Hey, what's Henry from Tech Daddy Videos? And this particular video, we're going to be doing the Amazon Q&A, and also I have a guest, one of my members, that has been very successful selling products on Amazon. So what he did is he created his own product, and now he is uh, tweaking it, going out there and making some changes. And we're going to give you an update with him. This is Gordi. So we're going to have Gordi on in a minute. We're going to wait for you guys to come on in. I know I usually don't do any type of live videos on a well, I'm sorry, on Thursday. Actually, I do. Today is my regular day. It's just because I did it yesterday. That's what I was talking about on Wednesday. But obviously, today is my regular day that I want to continue doing these live videos. So you can catch me on Monday nights and Thursday nights, and here on YouTube. And we're doing Amazon Q&A. So we're going to be answering your questions at the same time. I do have Gordy on, and so I'm going to switch this around, and hopefully I could rotate this and get Gordy on here, and we can start chatting with him. First of all, I want to say hello to everybody that's on before I go out there and do that. So let's kind of go down the list there. Ahan, what's going on? Imran, um, Lowly, what's happening? So if you guys want to ask a question, just put it in the chat and what have you, and I'll be more than happy to answer the question. What's up there, Joel? Alicia from Florida, Fort Myers, Florida. What's up there, Alicia? And so, it was funny because I don't know if you guys were on yesterday, but we had this one guy on that said, "Oh yeah, I'm never available, and I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you." Or I called and I tried and I did this, and I told him, I said, look, I did a nice special invitation for him, said to call me right after the show. Guess what? Never called me. So I think he was just sabotaging my channel, and you know just kind of talking negative, and I didn't care for that too much, especially when I give out information. And I don't have to give this information out to any of you guys, but I go out there and I spend my time and try to answer your questions and what have you. And and I did mention that I'm going to be having another um, course and another thing here where you're able to do the coaching if you want to pay me to critique your listing and kind of look at what you're doing wrong, correct it. I will charge for that. And that is something that I'm going to be doing. I'm setting that up and the payment plan. And it's going to be a flat rate. And I'm thinking I'm going to have like a 2 hour minimum and go from there. And then I can look at your listing, look at your product, and see if we can get more sales when that comes into play. So with that being said, welcome guys. I appreciate it. Pablo, what's going on? I will get Alicia. I will get to your question later, but yeah, just feel free to just type it in, and we'll get to it. We're gonna get Gordy on, and we're gonna be talking to him and see what we can do. Let me ask you. Yeah, Alicia, you can ask me. That's fine. Um, but yeah, just put it in there, and we'll go from there. Oh, let me ask you: is it normal that suppliers charge me 4.5%? I paid with PayPal. Yes, it's normal. Um, they do that because they get charged through PayPal. But here's the thing: the nice thing is, even if you're paying through PayPal, you're protected. So if anything goes wrong with that, you can file a claim with PayPal. 21 days later, if you didn't receive the product, then that money is going to come back to you. Okay, and so that's a good thing, protecting your money. All right, now enough with the questions. Let's go ahead and get on with Gordy. You guys can go ahead and ask the questions. I'm going to kind of be looking at it as I'm doing it. And you can ask Gordy questions and what have you. I do have him on the computer. So we're going to switch this around and see what we can do. and go from there. All right. There's Gordy. What's happening, Gordy? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, Henry? How's it going, everyone?
Good, good. Yeah. So we have Gordy on, and he's live right now. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna ask him about his product. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and switch back real quick. And so the product that he has is this product right here. Gordy, what exactly is this product?
It's a hair removal, four-in-one kit. So four different heads for body, facial, and just different parts of nose trimmer and then eyebrow trimmer.
Okay. So okay, I just wanted to show everybody this. I'm gonna put the camera back on you, but just kind of you guys can kind of take a look at it. Here's the front of the product. Here the pictures, and then the writing, and then the barcode, and the writing in the back. Okay. So Gordy is a new student, and he went ahead and he did the whole process, took the training at Tech Daddy Videos, and from there he followed the training, and then we're gonna go ahead and let you kind of tell your story on how you did it, and and go from there. Okay.
Okay.
Go.
So I purchased the course, watched the whole course, um, and from there I started my research on the product. I purchased Jungle Scout, which is the research tool that I use.
Okay.
And then I started looking on Alibaba once I purchased the Jungle Scout. And it took me about 2 to 3 weeks to figure out which product I wanted. And then finally, when I found that product, the one you just showed them,
Uh huh.
I tried to negotiate with about 10 to 15 different suppliers, some manufacturers, well, some distributors, some manufacturers.
Okay.
And then finally, I went with the manufacturer that gave me the best price. Uh,
Now was the was it a supplier or a manufacturer that you were dealing with?
it was I was negotiating and talking with some distributors and manufacturers, but the final negotiation was with the manufacturer.
Oh, okay, great,
They're the
great.
ones who gave me the better price, and shipping cost. So that's why I ended up going with
How did you ship the product? Did you ship it by freight, or did you ship it by air?
by air.
Oh, okay. So did you get a price on the freight and air at the same time?
I asked for it separate. Um, so then I asked for it separate, but the shipping cost wasn't too expensive. Uh,
How many did you order for your
I
first
ordered
order?
120.
Okay, so you ordered about 120 units.
Yeah,
Okay, and then the shipping cost to get it from China to your location. Now, did you send it to you? Did you send it to the warehouse? What did you do?
I sent it to my house. My plan was to do merchant fulfilled at first,
Okay.
um, try it out, and just to learn the process. And I did merchant fulfilled. I did a couple sales, and then that's when you gave me the advice to send it into the Amazon warehouse. So then, I mean, obviously I didn't have experience, so it was just a learning process for me.
Okay.
So then went back, watched some of the videos on how to do that, and then just followed the instructions and went ahead and shipped it to the Amazon warehouse.
Now, did you have any problems when you sent it to the warehouse itself? I know it was kind of like your first time that you sent the product in.
Um, didn't really have any issues, just besides the UPC code. Um, so
All right, so let's
that's
talk about the
the
UPC code, because I did notice that it did come with a UPC code, which is something that we don't that you should be covering up with your FNSKU number when you're sending it into Amazon's warehouse. But your situation was a little different when you talked to um, the customer service rep.
Yeah, so the customer service rep said that it would be okay, and I mean, worst case scenario, if she said if they told me that if it didn't, worst case, I would just have to pay that 20 cents per piece for them to put their SNSKU number.
Okay.
So then I just sent it in and they accepted it, so I didn't have to pay the extra money, so it helped me out.
Okay, nice. So when you sent it in the Amazon's FBA program, how did they start selling, and what did you notice? Anything different or?
Um, to be honest, I I started making a couple sales on the automatic campaign, but I haven't yet noticed really a big difference, at least in my product. Um, but I'm still learning I'm still practicing the campaigns, the manual campaign, which with what I'm practicing now.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to perfect it and trying to find, the just the right keywords that have the better impressions and then just trying to play with it and learn it. But I mean, I am making sales, so that's a good thing. It's making sales.
Okay.
I'm now just trying to make more sales.
So did you make sales on the automatic campaign, or did you make sales on the manual campaign, or did you make them on both? How did that
At,
work for you?
at first, I made some sales on the automatic campaign, and then I tried the manual campaign. The first couple of days were slow, and then the third day started bringing in some sales. Um, but then my budget was like $30-$40 a day.
Okay.
So that's when I was trying to. I had to find a way to where I was only making like one sale a day. So I
Uh-huh.
was trying to figure out a way to where I can spend less on my budget while still making some sales, and that's where I kind of realized that the more I I bid high on the keywords that have the most impressions, I'll get better results.
Okay. So you raise the price on on your cost to get better impressions, and as you did that, you started getting more sales.
Yeah.
Now, were these sales? Did you go out and get relatives, or were they organic sales, or what did you do? I mean, did you go out there and have people come in and buy your product, or were these sales from people you did not know?
Most of the sales were from people I didn't know.
Okay.
It's one or two sales from people that helped me out.
Okay.
And then
Well,
one of your members bought a um they bought a one of the items
oh, okay,
from.
nice. So you had help from one of the members too. That's awesome. Did they,
Yeah.
hopefully they left you a review and stuff. And how? Oh, speaking of reviews, how are your reviews coming? Are you getting reviews or?
Not yet. I haven't really seen any new reviews, so I'm waiting on that still.
Okay. Well,
So yeah.
I'm gonna switch it back to me. Okay. So Amazon has a what they have a review service that you pay for. And so when you have a new account, just such as Gordy's, where you have no reviews at all, you can actually pay or subscribe to the service. And once you subscribe to the service, once they give you like one review, they will charge you around $60 for the service, but it's for a whole year. So, and what they do is they put you out in front of their customers, and these customers are in this club, and this is strictly through Amazon. It's not an outside club or anything. And Amazon will charge you for it. They will charge you through the back office, and in the back office they'll say, "Hey, you got charged $60. Here is your review." And so after you get the one review, then you're going to start noticing more people purchasing your product and leaving reviews. And and I did that with several of my brand new products that I just launched out there. And Gordy, that's what you should do. It's in your back office, and it's in the review. It's I review club or something. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's back there in your seller's account. And it
So
just, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna switch it back to you.
you pay $60 for one review, or is it
No,
for?
no. What happens is you sign up for it, and then when you get your first review, your account will be charged $60, and that is for a whole year. But what they're saying is because you got the one review, now we're going to start charging you. And so for people who have no reviews at all and they're just trying to get sales, they put it in front of those Prime members, and then they'll leave you a review. So you get charged the $60 the one time. It's a yearly fee, and it's per ASIN. So it doesn't matter if you have one ASIN and you sign up for it. Uh, you will get charged the $60 for the whole year for that one ASIN. And in one of them, in one instance, I have like 15 reviews that came in just from that service, and that just helps you out. So I'm just letting you know it's out there for you to kind of take a look at if you want to take that route too. But it does cost the $60 for the whole year for the one ASIN that you're kind of dealing with. So
Okay, but they don't keep account on how many they give you, or they charge you more
no, no,
after you
no,
get.
no. They do keep account of how many is given to you, and they do know, and it is in your back office because when you check it, it will show you it will show you the reviews, and it will show you all that. So it's there, but they do keep track of that, and it's just for people who have brand new accounts, never sold that product, and you're trying to get that product off the ground. That's another way for you to get reviews. Okay, besides the way that I showed you in the training, this is
Yeah.
another option. So, if you have no reviews, that's another option that you can kind of look at too. And that does help out, because they do kind of put these people out there that don't have reviews and expose them out there to their customers, and they're able to see the customers. All right, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. Lost the connection again. Feel free to go ahead and start doing your comments and everything. If you have something for Gordy and you want to ask him a question, feel free to type it in, and I would be more than happy to relay that to him and so forth. But yeah, good job on the product itself, Gordy. It is pretty good. There's a few things that I kind of see on here that I would definitely change for your next order. I see the Chinese writing in the back, and then the UPC code that's in the back. Definitely want to get that taken off or covered up. I don't know what it is about people that they see the writing in the back, and then they just think that it's a cheaper product because it came from China. But there's a lot of manufacturers, there's a lot of people that purchase from China and they sell here in the US, and there's nothing really bad about it. I mean, have you had any complaints as far as with this product at all?
No, I haven't had any complaints yet.
Okay, so
And
go ahead.
when I was gonna order those, I did see the Chinese writing, but I kind of just, I did ask them about it, but they do charge more to take it off because that's obviously the product they're selling me that they have in stock already.
Okay.
So I just wanted to get started, and I didn't want to pay extra. I figured I was gonna need, for to pay someone to do a description, photos. So I took all that in consideration, and I figured might as well save that money and use it for that, and then test the product also. If it doesn't sell, I didn't want to just invest too much in it, and like I heard you said that products you think are gonna sell sometimes don't sell as well. Products that don't that you don't think are going to sell well do sell.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of remembered you saying that. So I took that in consideration. I just, I just kind of wanted to try it out, and I figured if it does well for the next order, then I'll try to perfect it and make some changes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I like the package. I like the way it looks. And it's well packaged and stuff. And yeah, definitely want to, just kind of put your own writing in the back. Kind of be a little bit more personal, and see if that helps. Um, and you did take good close up pictures of the product itself. I mean, the the pictures were pretty good.
Yeah, I found someone on Fiverr to do the pictures, so I sent my product in to them.
Okay.
And then they took professional pictures. They used the model for the pictures as well.
Oh,
So
okay. So how much did that cost you, if you don't mind me asking, if you want to share that with the people here on YouTube? How much did it cost you for, to get that set up, if you don't mind?
I paid 100. I paid 150 for the pictures, and then on Fiverr for the person you recommend, um, I paid the highest price for the description and title and bullet point.
Okay.
Um, I paid. I think it's like 130 or 150, somewhere around there. Um, and that's the only thing that I would say from what I learned from your course. I didn't use their title that they made for me. I used my own title, and I just changed a couple things just because the keywords that they gave me that they gave me, or that I wanted to use, they didn't put them as they didn't put as many keywords as I wanted in the description or the bullet points. So that I just kind of went ahead and kind of did my own kind of
Keyword research.
yeah, keyword search and put it in there.
Okay. Well, that's the nice thing about it is you can go ahead and you can do that. Even though I go out and I recommend, you know, people on Fiverr and what have you, that they'll do it, and they do it for a very good price. Some of them are really really good, and some of them are okay. But the nice thing about it is you can go out there and tweak it yourself and put the keywords in, um, and you put all that in and make the changes before you submit it to to Amazon. You see, we got a question here. How many times? Mark Lewis says, how many times to get a tracking number from Amazon? How many times to get tracking numbers from Amazon? I don't understand the question, Mark. Um, are you referring to Amazon's FBA program? Are what are you referring to? Because Amazon doesn't give tracking numbers at all. They just send the product to the customer, and so what they'll do is they will notify you through email that you have a purchase, and they'll let you know through email that you have a sale. And so when you have a sale, then like for example, I could be talking and you hear that little bell go off and I say, hey, I just made a sale. Well, that's an alert that I get when I do make a sale. So, but as far as tracking numbers, they don't give a tracking number uh, to you, if that's your question. So if you guys have questions for Gordy, feel free to go ahead and put them in, and I'll go ahead and read them off to him as he's on. He's just hanging out just like the rest of us, and I will be able to answer quite a few of your other questions. So why don't we go ahead and get started on that and find out who's on. Loli's on, Joel's on, Alicia, Pablo, Ekpleto. I can never say that right. Let's see. We answered Alicia's question. Alan, what's going on? And Ahan, what is an Amazon gift card and how does it work? Well, that's here in the U.S., Ahan, where you could purchase a gift card, give it to somebody, and they'd be able to use that gift card on any purchases. That's what that is. Alicia, okay, thanks. Yes. Blanquita, I set my alarm for this. Nice. Well, I'm glad. I don't know where you're at, but I'm glad you set your alarm. It must be pretty late. Um, uh, Mark says exceeds 24 hours. I I still don't get the question there, Mark. So, multi-dimensional man, what's up? What's going on? And so, we're here with Gordi, and we're talking with Gordi, and we're talking about his product, kind of getting the update on his product and how he's doing. So, Gordi, have you made more sales coming on to kind of refining your listing and your keywords and all that? Have you done more sales when it came down to it?
I barely did it. Is when I refined it.
Okay.
And that's when I was doing $20, $30, and I even pushed it to $50 just to see if I would get more sales, but it wasn't giving me more sales. It was just giving me one sale a day. So that's when I told you that I had to refine the keywords, and yesterday that I did it, I got one sale and I only did $10. So then today, I'm having some issues not logging into my account, but just checking my seller's account.
Oh, okay.
So I'm made a sale today or not. But yeah, I'm basically just at that stage where I'm just keep on refining it and just playing with it, learning it, practicing it.
Okay, nice. So, good. So, are you planning on having like a second product? And I know that this particular product you put in beauty with no sales whatsoever, and you got approved for beauty, which was very hard to do. And so, I applaud you on that because most people get denied. And so can you kind of explain the process when you did go into a gated category or applied for that gated category? What did you do?
So I'll tell you what I did, and then I'll give the advice to someone else what they can do,
Okay.
so they can give themselves the more than anything the stress of seeing if they get accepted or not. So I talked to a rep from Amazon on customer service, and they told me that I was approved for that category automatically, because I guess just it's just the overview of the category that it wasn't gated for me. For
Okay.
some, that's what they said. So I believed them, but then I called another day, and obviously they always have different reps that help you out. So
Right.
then that I just wanted to make sure before I ordered, and then the second rep said the same thing, that it's ungated, that I can sell in it. So then I ordered my product, and then went and I ordered my product, and I did the listing. The only thing I did was the pictures, but it still let me save the link. Images showed obviously in it.
I'm sorry.
Can you?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, wherever you guys cut off. So listing, when I saved it, I images, everything else I filled in the information. I didn't have the description or the bullet points, I had the title, the description, or the points yet. I thought I was accepted, and so I got my product, and that my inventory, that I had inventory, and I wanted to make it app to go live. That's when um I got then they told me that I needed approval for it. Kind of panicked a little bit. And I called customer service rep, and they just told me that just to follow the steps, and they asked me for a for the paperwork of the purchase.
Uh-huh.
And they wanted it in a certain format, PDF format. And then I went on Fiverr, and I found someone there to do PDF format, and then I sent it in to them, and got accepted like 2 days after.
Nice. So it was accepted. It just they told you it was accepted, which I didn't think beauty was accepted anyway. Um, yeah, I didn't think it was accepted anyway. So um, you got advice from two reps that basically said yes, it was ungated for you, and so forth. And all of a sudden, you go through the process, and then when you sent it in, and then you had to find out that you had to uh, get ungated for it.
Once I actually,
Yeah.
once I try to make it event so that I had some inventory, it's when they finally send me that notice that I needed approval.
Oh, okay. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That if if anybody else that buys your course and is ready to make a purchase and is ready to do the listing, I would say just do the basic. Don't even put professional pictures at first, just to see if you get accepted. But order your sample of whichever product you feel that you're gonna buy, and then basically use that as an inventory. Use your sample as an inventory. Put inventory as one, and then save it. And
Yes.
and I'm sure that'll at least show that you have one for sale, and it'll go active at least for you to see if you get approved or not. Because that's what I would do in my next order if I'm not sure. I would just use a sample as a number as a one piece inventory just to see if I get accepted
Okay.
instead of making that big purchase and risking all the money and then not get approved.
So yeah. So how do you like the course? I mean, you took the course, and can you give anybody any advice on the course itself? Yeah, yeah. I need them to hear that from your own words. So go ahead and say what you need to say, and then we're going to kind of end it from there, and then I'll go ahead and answer some of these questions.
Yeah, the course itself is very basic um, and very step by step in terms of um, you learn everything, and Henry basically shows you literally step by step in terms of what to buy, how to ship it, how to weigh it, how to negotiate with Alibaba, the manufacturer or distributors. But the whole process itself, the way Henry explains it, it's very simple and it's easier to understand. He doesn't. What I like about Henry's course more than anything is that most of the guys that try to sell you course on Amazon or other people, they use big words, and to me myself, I get confused,
Yeah.
but and very simple, so it's easy to follow along and understand that you're not over here trying to confuse me with all these big words,
Yeah,
so I'm just
my
like,
brain
"Cool,
doesn't
simple."
compute with big words, so
Yeah,
it kicks those out. All right, so how's the connection? So I'm gonna take it right back to Gordy, and guys, if you have questions for Gordy, feel free to go ahead and put them in the comments, and I'm gonna start reading you guys' comments in a minute, and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's go back to Gordy here. Go ahead, Gordy.
yeah, so like I was saying, it's very simple and basic the way he explains it, and I I'm still learning on selling on Amazon, but I feel like I have enough information and the basic platform to just have a real good understanding of it. And from here on, where I'm at now, I haven't made a lot of profit yet, but I'm very comfortable and confident of where I'm at to from here on, start making more sales and just to approach it, in a more confident way.
Nice. Well, good. Okay. Well, I'm going to switch it back to me here, and that's it's Gordy. We're on with Gordy, and Gordy's one of the members here, and was just kind of filling you in on his product and his update. Gave you an update on that. He was on yesterday, and I was hoping that he'd come on and talk about his particular product, which is really good, and so. But it's great information. I appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and go on to some of these questions. So if you have questions that you want to go ahead and do, we have a few moments for that. And I'll be answering your questions along with Gordi. If you have questions for Gordi, he's on still, and we can go ahead and relay that to him, and hopefully he can answer that for you. So let's go ahead and get started on the first. See, here we go. All right, how many times get the tracking number? Okay, second coming. I called the CPA today. Two CPA said, I need a form LLC in order to get a seller's permit. They can apply a seller's permit. Okay, they can apply a seller's permit without forming an LLC. Henry, what do you think? Well, if you're trying to get an LLC, that's different. But if you want to sit there and sell on Amazon, you don't need an LLC right away. All you need is a seller's permit. You can go online, just like I did, and you can go online, apply for a seller's permit. You'll get it right there. I know in California, it's free. You go ahead and just go online, apply for the seller's permit. It's a .gov site. And once that happens, once you complete it, it will give you that seller's permit. You can actually print out your seller's permit after it's all said and done. And that's how easy it is to get a seller's permit. And you can use that seller's permit, and especially when you go out and get a business banking account. If I'm looking at an LLC and I want to buy an LLC, which I don't advise you guys getting an LLC if you don't have a product to sell for one, because you're kind of just wasting your money. And I would get an LLC if I'm selling thousands of products and I'm starting to make quite a bit of money on Amazon. I would definitely go out there and get a corporation, whether it's an S corp, a C corp, an LLC, or what have you. You can do that. So, but it's not something that is necessary. Second coming. So, okay. I called the Department of Revenue. Wants to ask for a seller's permit, but it's hard to go through. Yeah, I would definitely try to get some help on that, and hopefully that helps you. Since you are a master, I need your opinion. Well, I wouldn't say that. Guac Girl in the house. Hi, everyone. Amber, hello, Amber. I haven't seen you around, Amber, but welcome to my channel. I appreciate it. I got my seller's permit and did not have to have an LLC. That is right. You don't have to have an LLC. You don't have to have a corporation. It's not required. What's up there, full of treasure? What's up, Henry? Come on, guys. Give Henry a thumbs up. Man, I appreciate that. Man, I really appreciate that you telling me. You know, I had I don't know if some of you guys seen that or not, but I just had to delete somebody because they said I'm a good con man. Yeah, well, that's pretty good. I take that as a compliment because a con man doesn't go get his own billboard and puts his face out on YouTube and his phone number where people can call you. So your dumbass can get off my channel. That's what you can do. You know, if you don't want to hear what I have to say, then you know, I don't need you on. I'm here giving my time, giving my free advice, and I don't even have to do that. So I really don't like to stoop to that level, but sometimes those, you know, we're here and I have a guest on, and you know, we're trying to answer these questions for you guys and help you with that. And excuse my language, but sometimes I get to that point where it just irritates me that there are guys out there trolling and they're just trying to badmouth somebody who's giving out advice. So welcome, Henry and Gordi. Joe, I'm here also. Hey guys, what's up, Joe? All right. Let me go back to it. All right. Blanquita gives you a thumbs up. Second coming, but what will you fill your company name if we buy from wholesale? Second coming, if you're here in the U.S., okay, let me explain this to you. If you're here in the U.S., you won't need a seller's permit. That's what you need. If you're out of the country, then and you're buying from overseas, they don't ask for any of that. They just want your money, and that's it. So they're basically going to go out there and just say, "Hey, you have your $1,700. We'll send you the product, no problem." If you are sending it freight by freight forwarder and you're dealing with a freight forwarder, they're going to ask for your social security number, your business license, anything that you have to say who you are when you deal with the freight forwarder. Especially if it goes through U.S. Customs, and therefore they want to know what company it's going to. So there's many ways of going out there and trying to figure it out. But when you're selling on Amazon, very simple. All you need is a seller's permit, just to go out there and charge your customers the sales tax. All right. Blanquita, I want to sell in Mexico, but the prices are way different. Any advice? Don't sell in Mexico. Get their stuff cheap over there anyway. So don't sell in Mexico. Sell in the .com industry. You'll have a much better luck there. Canada, I don't touch. I don't touch Mexico, even though it's part of the .com, and I can sell in those two countries. Most of my sales come from the .com industry, all of the U.S. and I also have sales that are coming from overseas, and get sales coming in from there. So, Guac Girl, not a con man. We have to ignore the peanut gallery. I appreciate that, Guac Girl. Hey, man, I'm on every Monday and Thursday, and for a con man, hey, wow, that's pretty good. You provide some, Amber, you provide some very helpful and informative information. Thank you. You're welcome. Flamed accessories. You have very good info. You know what, guys? I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you guys giving me the love. And I believe I heard in a previous live video that Gordi had ran out of products. If so, can Gordi explain any of the negative consequences he had to face? Gordi, did you hear that?
Yeah, no, I didn't run out of product. Maybe showed I didn't have product when I shipped my inventory from merchant to the warehouse.
Uh-huh.
Maybe through that process, maybe it showed on the on someone tried to search the ASIN. I'm guessing, but I haven't run out of product. Like I said, I'm still in the process of the grind of making sales and making some sales. Like I said, I'm trying to push more sales.
Okay, so but when you did run out of product, I mean, I think what she's probably referring to is your ranking and so forth. You know, it jumped up or jumped down, or what did it do? Did you notice that?
On my ranking?
Yes, your ranking. You know, if you were ranked 30,000 and all of a sudden, because you started selling, your ranking will drop down to like maybe 12,000. And then the more that you sell, the lower the ranking goes. Did you notice any changes, or did you not pay attention to it, or?
I didn't pay attention to it, but like I said, I never ran out of product. And my sales weren't consistent at first was because I took your advice on shipping it to the FBA warehouse. So I made a few sales merchant fulfilled, and then I kind of stopped the ads. So obviously it stopped my sales until my product was at the warehouse. Then I continued the ads again. But I didn't pay attention to my ranking for the reason that I knew that I wasn't consistent. So I wasn't focused on that. At the moment, I was just focused on trying to learn the process of the campaigns and the automatic campaign and the manual campaign.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
So right now, I'm barely starting to focus on that.
On the manual campaigns and the keywords?
Yeah, trying to pay attention and focus on the manual campaign, words, and ranking.
Okay, awesome. All right, so let me see here. Let's see what else we got. Joel, Henry, can you explain how we know if we are approved to sell in products in Amazon? Just by having the basic listing up and no images and descriptions, just title and bullet points. Okay, well, that's kind of tricky, for that. I do, Joe. I don't know if you're a member or not, but if you go into the 295 course, and it's the very first video, I believe, where I talk about which uh, plan to choose, and then I get into categories, and I talk about what category you're approved for and what category you're not approved for, how to look for it. So it's in there, and it's one of I think the first videos, because I seen it yesterday when I was looking through my course, and I believe it's in the 295 course where you can find that. But to answer your question, um, a lot of times if you don't know, and especially now, because it's been a long time since I'm new. I'm not new. I've been selling for over 11 years, so I'm open in all categories. So I can't sit there and say, well, this is what happens. I can just tell you from my experience of new sellers, of what they're telling me is that they're not approved in certain categories, which I know that beauty is not an approved category, health and personal care. And those are the two main categories that make a lot of money for Amazon. And those categories you have to get approval on. But in the case where Gordy, he got customer service and was talking to customer service, they told him it was wide open, which was not true. So he found that out when he sent the product in to Amazon, and they went into the FBA, and at that point, that's when he got his notification saying you need approval. And so somebody dropped the ball on that end, and fortunately, in that he was able to get into beauty with him this being his first product. He didn't have any other product, so it worked out for him, and it benefited him by going out there and doing exactly what he had to do. And I think really honestly, a lot of it had to do with the packaging, how nice it looked, and his listing. His listing was pretty good, and that all came into play, because I can guarantee you they looked into his listing, they looked into his images, they looked into all that. So Gordy kind of did everything right. He got the pictures on Fiverr. He got professional pictures with a model and so forth. And so when I looked at his listing, took a look at it, I told him, I said, this is a very good listing. He had beautiful pictures, and it was perfect. There was nothing that I could have said, yeah, you need to make changes on this. Now, keywords, he did notice that there was a few keywords that he wanted to use that the Fiverr guy that went out there and he paid didn't put in, or didn't like, or didn't have in there. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's where on the course I kind of tell you, you can put it in the search terms, you can put it in the description, you can put it in bullet points, you can put it in your images. And I even show you how to put the keywords in the images in my training. So, and that's what you need to do, because you need the search engines to find you. And if they find you by going out there and you have keywords that are being sought through your images, through your description, through your bullet points, and all that, well, it's just easier for you to make that sale. All right. What's the deal if there is only one seller on a product? Does that necessarily mean it is brand registered? What's the deal? The best way to know, and the best way to go out there, is if you can try to piggyback off his listing, and you click sell yours right on the right hand side. When you're looking at his listing, it'll say have one to sell, and you click on it, and if it is open, it's going to allow you to turn around and sell his product. If it is not open, it's going to say need approval. If it says need approval, he's brand registered. That's the easiest way I can tell you. All right. Kittis, sorry, you asked this question before. My connection was bad. Hope you don't mind. Why do we need 3 different names? Amazon store name, brand name, business name, how many brands name, how many brand names we have? Um, I don't know what you're referring to. If you're referring to a listing, it is always best to have um, that listing and go out there. For example, Gordy, on this listing, what is the name of your product?
The name of the product is Women Beauty Tool.
Okay, so it's Women Beauty Tool. Now, did you name your store that, or you don't have to tell us because I don't want you to tell us, or did you name it a different name?
A different name.
Okay, the reason why is because your competition could file a complaint against you and shut you down. And so when I have a product and I'm selling this, and I call this what Gordy just called it, and then I go and I say I have this product here and I'm selling this, and I call this completely different. When I brand registry a product, that brand registry is not going to have this name. It's not going to have this name. It's going to have my trademark name. That's what it's going to have. So my trademark name is going to be totally different from this and from this. The reason why is because if I go and brand registry this name right here, then what's going to happen is I can't sell anything else unless I call all my other products that brand. So it is always best to call it like Henry's Amazon store, and my brand name Henry's Amazon store. So if I brand name Henry's Amazon store, I can sell this, I can sell this, I can sell this, I can sell this, I can sell all kinds of stuff under that one name, and I don't have to go out and pay for each and every brand name. I could just simply sell thousands of items if I want to underneath that brand registry name. So if anybody tries to sell this, all I got to do is call Amazon, and then guess what? They're off. If I want to sell this, call Amazon, their listing is removed. That's why I teach you in the course, this is how you do it. You do it this way. You don't do it that way. All right. I asked. All right. Amber. What's up there, Amber? How much does Jungle Scout cost? Jungle Scout is not my program, but it is a program that I use. It is a program that I am an affiliate with. I do make money selling that. I know that the Chrome extension is around $197, I believe. And then I do pay for, even though I'm an affiliate with them, I do pay for their service every single month. So, and the web app, I pay for the $60 web app a month. And that actually helps me out with my research. So if you want Jungle Scout, go to the description below, and I will have my link there, and you can click on that and check out Jungle Scout, along with all my other links to all my other products that I'm an affiliate with, such as ASIN Inspector Pro, TerraPeak, and all these other programs. Okay, and hopefully that helps you out. All right, what's the deal? There is a product that I wrote to Amazon about. It only has one seller. Amazon says I can sell. Another Facebook group says, beware. What do you say? Well, if Amazon is telling you you can sell it, then sell it. If Facebook group is telling you beware, then that's their opinion. Look, I've said this many times before, is people go to Facebook for social gathering and that's it, okay, to talk. And people go to Amazon to buy. So this is why I sell and promote and do everything on Amazon, because Amazon shows me the love if I'm spending $200 a day on pay-per-click ads. If I go onto Facebook and I say, hey, check out my website, and the Facebook people go and they check out your website, that's about as far as it's going to go. You may have a few sales where they say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on it, but guess where it leads them to? Straight to Amazon. So it's just one complete circle. And so I don't put uh, basically, I don't put any of my advertising on Facebook. I put it on Amazon. I put all my advertising on Amazon. You know, we have Prime Day coming up, and Prime Day is coming up really quick. It's in June, and so when Prime Day comes, I spend $2,000 on pay-per-click ads for that day, and I can guarantee you I get tons and tons of sales. Now, if a guy comes in on Prime Day and only puts in $20 a day, who do you think they're going to give that ad space to? The guy who's doing 2,000 in ads for that day, not the guy who's getting 20. He's going to get some sales. Don't get me wrong. They all get sales because everybody's on Prime Day. Prime Day is like, whoa, everybody goes and shops, and that's when they give the good deals. So, Gordy, what I can kind of tell you too is come Prime Day, when you know Prime Day is coming, put your stuff on sale. Mark it down, and you'll get more sales just on Prime Day because it will show that you marked it down and you have it on the sale price. So that's a tip that I can actually give you, so you can kind of be ready for that and do really aggressive pay-per-click ads when that comes around. All right.
Yeah. For the person that said the what's the deal.com that asked you about the Facebook group on what's your advice, the Amazon customer service said there you can sell it, and Facebook group said to beware. They can actually try to do, they can actually use a strategy that I had mentioned earlier. They can order a sample and use that as their one inventory, and if they get accepted, they can follow through. If not, then at least they know that they don't have to order the big inventory.
Oh, okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get into Chris, admin. I keep skipping his question. All right, please, I'm lost. Do I need a seller's permit before I can sell on Amazon? Please, I need to know. Yes, get a seller's permit for Amazon. And I shouldn't say that, because no, you don't need a seller's permit to sell on Amazon. All you need is your social security number, or some type of identification is what you need. The seller's permit is for you to only charge your customers. So if I have somebody in say California, and I'm selling this right here to another customer in California, they're going to get charged a sales tax. And I'm responsible for paying those sales tax. So that seller's permit will tell Amazon exactly where to send that information when you sell something, because they're going to charge the customer, and then you're going to have to be responsible for that sales tax. If you're overseas, if you're somewhere else, then it kind of goes into the VAT tax, and it's totally different. So there's many. You don't need a seller's permit to get started, but you definitely will need something like a bank account, and that you definitely have to have a bank account. It's best that you have a business bank account. It's much better, and as opposed to just a personal bank account, but you can get away with a personal bank account. Okay? So I hope I answered your question. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of going through this. And so if I skip your question, just retype it in and I'll try to answer it the best I can. Okay? Um, Let's see here. All right, Chris, thank you so much. Yeah, no problem, Chris. Amber, thank you. No problem. Um, Kiddis, so we can have one generic brand name for all products. Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, why not? I mean, you can call this particular product one brand or just the same brand. It's just a different product. So this could be a toothbrush. This could be a dog leash. This could be a nose trimmer. So and they all could say your name on it. So Gordy's nose trimmer, Gordy's toothbrush, Gordy's pet leash, and so yeah, you can have that. That's no problem. What I talk about is, especially in the training, is you want to distinguish yourself as a very good seller on Amazon. So the more products you have, and the more they sell, and the more that they can become number one or rank really low, then you are going to be a very profitable in Amazon's eyes. Look, I tell people this all the time is Amazon will sit there and they will look at a certain account. So if my account and I'm selling 300,000 of these right here, okay, these little clips, okay, if I'm selling these and I'm selling them 100 a day or 200 a day, and I'm selling one of these maybe 5 a day, and I sell other products, one here, one there, one here, then Amazon's, they don't care about the person that's selling one here, one here, one here, one here. That's drop shipping. That could be retail arbitrage. Somebody going out and selling this or selling that. But if I'm a seller and I'm a manufacturer and I'm selling just these right here, and this is my livelihood, this is my business, then Amazon is going to give you the love and say, okay, here you go, more sales, more sales, more sales, more sales. And this will rank number one faster than any other products that somebody is selling, one of here and one of there and one of here. That's why it's important to go out there, especially when you are selling a product, to sell just one item or two items to start. I told you guys I have 31 products that I sell. Out of the 31 products, 16 of them are bestsellers in the number one category. And I sell a ton of those. But the other ones I still have and I still do great sales on. So I don't let them go because they're still making sales. Look, if I can make sales and I could do 10 over here and I'm doing 2,500 of these, well, I'm definitely have sat there and said, okay, I'm paying attention to these, but these other ones, I got to focus in and try to get them lower ranked so I can get more sales. All right. Okay, thank you. Let me see. Amber, that's amazing. Yes, it's amazing when you know what the hell you're talking about, right? And so I've been doing this for a long time, and for me, it's easy. And sometimes I'm sorry, I get to that point where I'm talking on YouTube and I'm giving advice, but at the same time, I think of you guys as professionals already. I think of you guys as experienced sellers, and I know there's a lot of you that are just coming in that have never sold anything, and that's why I ask you guys to take the course, to go out there and take my course and start learning the right way, because people can get kicked out very easily on Amazon and they don't realize that they're doing something wrong unless they know exactly what to be trained on. So, all right, guys. Well, I want to say thank you. It's been over an hour already. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys being on. Feel free to give me a thumbs up on this video if you like what Gordy had to say. If you like what I had to say, give me a thumbs up on it before you go. I would really appreciate that. And thanks for tuning in. I enjoyed your guys' questions. I really appreciate that also. All right. Um, My Raid Corp. Hey, would you come on a little late? My Raid, because 7:14. I'll go ahead and answer your question real quick. My Raid, since My Raid always comes on and he always watches this channel, so I'm going to give him the love today. I'm in the process of a trademark. Beware of hijackers and enable two-step authentication for login. Cannot wait for brand registry. Yes, yes. So that is the easiest way to brand registry a product is to trademark a product and trademark. And my rate, if you're going to look at it, trademark the name, not the product, the name. So if you trademark the name, you can put it on a lot of products, not just one or two. Okay? A little bit of a tip for you. So, all right, guys, I appreciate it. Gordy, hey, thank you very much, Gordy, for coming on. I appreciate that and giving. I know it's hard to get out here on YouTube and face everybody, and but you did a great job. I appreciate that. So
Yeah, thank you, no problem. Thank you for having me, and thanks everybody for watching and listening.
awesome, 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 awesome. So, yeah, and thank you guys for coming on. And Amber says, Henry, thank you so much for the awesome information and time. I appreciate it. Oh, by the way, Amber says, Gordy, Amber says, thank you. And I'm going to be in Las Vegas all of next week. So I'm going to be doing my show from Las Vegas out of my hotel room. And I'll be there, I think, a week and a half. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just going. Just going to go and have fun, do my thing. So, but I will be on Las Vegas Monday night. I'll be doing that show. And if I may try to get Rick Johnson on because I did tell you I'm going to try to get him on this week, but I've been trying to get a hold of that busy man. So I'm going to see if I can get him on tomorrow night and be on tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, same time. Appreciate it, guys. We'll see you guys on the next video. See ya. Peace.